As you guys come in, we'll start in about 5 minutes. We'll start in about 2 minutes, guys. Just letting a few more people come in, and then we'll get cracking. Real quick, though, you guys can put your tickers that you want in the comment section, and we'll make sure we cover them when we get into the charts. All right, welcome, guys. Chuck with Traders War Room, and we're doing our normal lunchtime slump. Okay, rapid fire. Want to get a plan of motion to go make some money. Get some of the, normal legal stuff out of the way real fast. All right. Oops, there we go. Okay, legal disclaimer, not financial advice, entertainment, education. You're responsible for every decision you make. We want you to have fun, use caution, and always go to war. Check out our Discord, the true one-stop shop, man. We got everything for all investors and traders. We don't care about your experience level, man. There's a seat at our table, man. Come check us out. Website's live, traderswarroom.com, man. We are revamping it, working with a web designer. He's making our site beautiful. Click button, automated, and delegate is our process there. We got classes, Traders War Room one-on-one mentoring, everything you could think of, and we're going to start putting merchandise. Business hours for processing 7 to 7, Monday through Saturday. We try to get your orders that you purchase within 24 hours. Check the description tab. This is going to go on YouTube. You guys can look at it and use it as a resource later on in the day, however you see fit. And you guys can just check the description tab because there's all the links and everything there at the click button. We got our Upcoming classes, how to trade algo signals, hottest trading trend right now, man. We got this on Saturday, 12 February at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Go to the website, sign up today. Week after that, how to trade consistently. We got our 7-figure mentor that's going to come in and tell you guys how he's traded for years. That's made him a multi-million-dollar investor, and he's going to give those to you guys. So hopefully you can make your fortune too. And then on that Sunday, that's a Sunday, actually, not a Saturday, we got perfect entries and exits. If you guys are struggling to get in at the right time and get out at the right time, this is the class for you. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the charts like we promised and crank it out. I see you guys already putting some stuff in there. All right, so we're going to start out. First one we got is VIAC. I've been looking at VIAC for a while. I'm actually interested in this one moving forward. I think we're at a pretty low bottom, and I like this going. So we're going to look at the day chart on this one, and we see that we're in full reversal. Okay, we got our nice little, J point turn that we're doing on this one, and we continue to keep going up and up. RSI is increasing. We still got room to grow. That's important right there. Money flow is up, and we still got room to grow, guys, on the daily. We crossed the MACD. We crossed there. We crossed up. We're curling up. We like this chart going forward. I think this will be pretty good. We do have a resistance point, though, we're looking at right here. Okay. So this is where we'll probably see some resistance. You see that we hit it 1, 2, 3, 4 multiple times. So if we can clear this and close above this line, I think we're good to go to going on and up and probably hit about $38, $39. So I like VIAC moving forward, definitely. All right, Bank of America. I was just listening to Bank of America on the news, man. They are stellar, okay? They are primed to continue to go up and up and up, guys. Okay, so Bank of America, what we like about Bank of America is that we're tight, okay? We're still moving up and we're tight consolidation, which means people are investing and they're not selling out at these upper levels. Okay, now I do have this resistance point up here. I think $50.81. I think that's a good point. I think we'll probably see some pullback there. And if we can break above this, we're probably off to the races on this one. Now, Bank of America does typically, do little pullbacks when it hits the jump, like you see right here, right? It peaked up, and then you see a consolidation and a pullback period, right? So we're up, 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 up. We need to get a good push up forward where we can make some money and then expect the cool down period to come down. But as long as you're making, higher highs and higher lows, you're doing something right. Bank of America is going to be good moving forward. I like them. Oops, hang on, chat. I don't need that one. Sorry, guys. Click the wrong button. Bank of America, BEKE. I don't know what that is. BEKE. I don't know about this one. This chart looks, we can draw. I'm going to show you guys here. Okay, we got a pattern I see. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw this pattern out real quick. We got a horizontal line. I like this area for top level support. I like this level for some bottom level support. Okay, and see what we're doing is we're bouncing around in this rectangular pattern, but we're also kind of going to the halfway point where we're about right here. So what I would like to see in this particular thing, and I'm going to go ahead and draw that halfway point as well, right? So we get this halfway point, but I'm going to color this something different so it makes sense. So we'll color that purple. All right, so here's our halfway point. What I'd like to see with this is I'd like to see the bouncing that we're seeing here. You see the bouncing in the rectangle pattern. I'd like to see the bouncing on this, bounce on this upper half. And that would tell me that we're probably going to continue to go up and break this rectangular pattern to the upside. Until I start seeing some more bouncing in this upper half of the rectangle pattern, I don't really, I'm not too keen on this one going long or anything. And volume's up though, volume's good. Probably could make some money on this one, but I wouldn't, not knowing what this company is and what their future vision is, I wouldn't probably go with this personally until we start bouncing around in this upper quadrant right here. MS, Morgan Stanley. All right, look at Morgan Stanley, man. Boom, skyrockets. Okay, now definitely we're paying attention to this. I'd like to see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green days, right? We're eventually due for a pullback. So, Morgan Stanley is definitely one of those beast companies that, we can see the pattern here. We broke out of the rectangular pattern. Here's the top. Here's the bottom, right? We broke out of it. Where's the pullback? Now when we pull back, we're eventually going to come back to probably this area here, maybe this area, 105, 106 to test that area for resistance. So with Morgan Stanley, I'm looking more kind of bearish. I'd like to see the peak, and then I'm expecting the pullback to come back down to 106, 105 area to test it. So I would probably be looking to make some money on the put side of this one, but instead of continuing to go long, because it's a gamble at that point. I mean, like I said, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of just straight up and up and up. We have to have a cool down period eventually. Microsoft. I like Microsoft. Microsoft is one of those companies that people are going to tuck money away for safekeeping, especially during inflation, stuff like that, okay? Because Microsoft is a safe haven. It's a juggernaut company. You see, we're consolidating right now. All right, this is consolidation of wealth, okay? We came up, we had our little downward fall, then we had consolidated again here, had another downward fall, and now we're up. We're starting to consolidate. We're trying to decide what direction we want to go in, okay? Volume's starting to taper off a little bit. That's fine. RSI starting to curl down a little bit, so we may be looking for a pullback. Money flow, though, is still speaking up, so we got some divergence here, right? So RSI is going down, but money flow is coming up, right? And then we got our MACD crossing, and we're still narrow, which we would like to see this start to curl up before we start to thinking about going long on some position plays, making some money. So Microsoft, yeah, we could make some money. We got money flow going up. RSI is coming down a little bit, probably a little cool down, but we're consolidating hard. I wouldn't really try to get into anything, especially over the weekend. See what it does on the weekend, get some news, and come back to it on Monday. Probably make some good money. SoFi. All right, SoFi, as you see, we've done SoFi a few times. It's a popular ticker. This is buy zone, and guys, when we talked about yesterday, right? I told you guys this was buy zone around here, especially with the Super Bowl happening. And look what happened yesterday. Okay, we peaked up to almost $14, man. I told you guys $13 calls, possibly $14 calls would work. And I told you guys that yesterday, and it did just that, guys. So, there's this level here is investor buy zone, man. People are spending money, especially with the Super Bowl coming. I promise you they're going to make some money off the Super Bowl advertisements, commission fees for using the SoFi Stadium. All that type of stuff is going to play in, and it's going to be a huge money push for these guys, okay? So when SoFi takes off, they take off hard, and you probably won't see anything till maybe a week or two after Super Bowl, but getting in now and going long on SoFi definitely will probably pay some dividends in the long term. K. Is K a stock, or were you just saying, okay, Kellogg? Okay. Hey, guys, Kellogg, one of those inflation stocks, okay? Listen, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Kellogg, General Mills, Procter & Gamble, these are inflation type of stocks, okay? When people are afraid of inflation stocks, what do they roll out of, okay? They roll out of growth stocks, tech stocks, stuff like that, okay? What do they go into? They go into stocks that people are going to use. They're going to still drink soda. They're still going to wipe their butt with toilet paper. They're still going to eat cereal. All right, so we need to start thinking of those type of items. And as you see, we were consolidating down here at the bottom, and we shot sharply up. Now, I don't like this. This could be too much too soon. I want to see another sharp up before I start to think of full-on reversal, because we got RSI that peaked again, right? But the money flow is still kind of flat. So, that kind of concerns me a little bit with this. And we haven't crossed on the MACD yet. I would like to see a cross. I'd like to see money flow curling up, and I'd like to see the continuation of RSI up. So we need one more up day to give us confirmation. And then we probably will start to be off to the races for, around this period right here, $65, $66 to test those areas. Peloton. All right, so Peloton, we're consolidating, guys. We're trying to decide right now. We had that huge push up, right, that we saw at the bottom. Investors got in. We had some good news, possible merger and acquisition type of thing of Peloton from some juggernaut companies. And now we're consolidating, guys. We're trying to decide what direction we're going to go, okay? So this consolidation could go on for a while until we have a news. Now, I promise you, okay, listen, if like a Nike or an Apple or an Amazon or someone comes in and says, hey, we're going to branch out and we want to purchase Peloton and merge with them and all this other crazy stuff, right? This stock is going to surge. All right. And we're going to start covering this gap that we have here over here on this side. But if we don't get that news and we just get kind of teased a little bit with the possibilities, we're going to stay in this little area of consolidation till we know one way or the other whether there's going to be some sort of news coming or some sort of news not coming. Now, the CEO that's in here, CEO is very good track record, a lot of interest in him and his vision forward. So he could also send a catalyst with a cool vision that makes sense to people and people understand it and can see it in the future. So we're paying attention, consolidating, and just waiting right now. Tevia, Teva. I like Tevia, guys. All right, Tevia. So we got an inside bar on Tevia. All right, we had that huge push. Okay, Tevia is one of those companies that has a lot of investor buy-in on it. Okay, so we got inside bar. I'd like to see a little longer inside bar, something that covers a little more range, that gives us a little bit more indication of our trigger points. But we got something moving here. I'd like to see one more close above this previous close like that, and that'd give me a good indication that we're going to start tracking up the right way on Tevia. Now we have a play on Tevia as well. It's 18 February expiration. It's a call, and I think we're going to do just fine with it. I think we're going to make some money on that play. We got a lot of buy-in from big time investors on this one. I think this one is one that Warren Buffett is one of his babies, or it used to be, at least. I don't know if he's still in it, but has a lot of buy-in from people, and they got a lot of good products in their pipeline. So Tevia is a good one to have on your radar for long term. RSI's up a little bit, curling down a bit. Money flows flat but up, and we're looking like we're crossing, trying to decide which direction we're going to go on the MACD. CLSK. That's one of those clean energy ones, right? Clean spark. All right. Big push. You guys heard some news with the EV sectors and stuff like that. Okay, we got a good push. I like what I'm seeing here. Okay, we got the cup. We got the cup. So we're 1, 2, 3 up, 3 soldier up, right? And we're probably going to start consolidating a little bit, even for a pullback, before we decide which direction we're going to go. So up here's a little concerning for continuing to go long on this one, just because we had such a big push. 1, 2, 3. I'm expecting a little bit of pullback. So, at 10.20, I would probably be looking at, maybe $9 calls, maybe $10 calls, something in the money or at the money to make some push on a little bit more upward momentum. But be cautious of a pullback because we're due for it. All right. With 3 strong days, 1, 2, 3, we're due for a little pullback, or at least a consolidation period with not much moving before we push up. And I'd probably go over the weekend and see what happens on this one. I'd be looking at this for next week, possibly 2 weeks out. Oh, hang on. Can we still get in the 18 February Tevia call? Yeah, I think so. I haven't looked. Let me see what we're doing on it right now. Hang on. Let me get my phone real quick and see where we're at. And just bear with me. I'm sorry. We're doing this real time. So we're at on the call that we did an $8.50 call. And actually your entry would be better than my entry right now. And it's good. It got good volume, guys. Okay, we're looking at some decent volume. You probably could find a better call if you went a little bit lower, but we got some good volume. We got some open interest. So yeah, I like it going forward. Also, at this point, it might be a good idea for shares. Just got in, so I don't know if you talked about Uber and the call we're already in. No, we didn't talk about Uber, but let's go with Uber. I was just hearing about Uber too. They were halted for news just a little bit ago. Okay, they're trying their investor meeting. So basically, they're going to talk about what the future holds. They got some great information moving forward, and the investors are just kind of digesting that information. Right now, as you see, we got an outside bar. So here's our inside bar, our outside bar, right? And this could go either way. The investors are going to make a decision on which way they want to go. I got a feeling we're probably going to stay down for the majority of the day. And if the investors decide that Uber's growth plan and projection is positive, which it sounds like it is. They got a pretty good, strong team over there. They got a good idea of how to become profitable in the near future. And I think that we're probably going to see some upward momentum pushing in Uber towards power hour, if not like right before the bell. So hopefully it'll push up hard and we'll be able to close green on this one before tomorrow. Um, got robbed, man. It had a huge jump and dumped. Yeah, I feel you, man. But that's just this is a volatile stock, and a lot of people are in this one, and it's one of those that moves very rapidly on any type of news, whether positive news or negative news. Hey, do we got any more tickers, guys? We got some new people. We got 27 people. Let's crank them out, man. Like a few more minutes, a few more tickers. Get some charts for you guys. Disney to drop. Disney, let's look at Disney. Okay, Disney, listen, anytime you get a huge push on Disney, right? And you get that huge gap. So you can see the gap right there, right? You're gonna have a pullback, okay? Because people have been in this since 120s, 130s, and they got millions of dollars in this. We're talking about the big buyers, not us, retail investors, right? We do it too, but we're talking about money that'll push the market one way or another, right? And so anytime you get those big push, it pushes the almost 160 and after hours and all that stuff. You're going to have people setting automatic sells to profit take. Okay. Now Disney's a long venture. Their parks are beefing up. Their Disney Plus is beefing up. They're doing a lot of great things. The CEO is a stellar CEO. If you didn't listen to him talk yesterday, he was like, President Obama, when he said a speech, man, you just felt great about yourself and great about the future and great about everything else. That man could talk a dog off the meat bone, you know what I mean? But the CEO is on those same lines, man. He talks a good game and he backs it up. So, I like Disney moving forward. And I think this is a good idea for investors to get in at these levels, especially after a pullback, because Disney, in my opinion, is a $250, $300 stock long. I got shares. It's one of my forever stocks. Path. What is Path? I heard Path. Path is one of those tech ones, right? Yeah, UiPath. Yeah. I really like this one when it came out IPO, guys. And then it kind of did some crud, right? But we're starting to see yeah, I like what I'm seeing. Okay, we're starting to see the reversal. RSI is pointing up, money flow is pointing up, MACD up. This is good to go. I would not hesitate going long on this one. In fact, I'm going to write this one down. This one may be a potential play to hold over the weekend. I like this one moving forward, especially with the technology stuff that they got going on in their pipeline. I like a Path. What do we got? AMC. Why not? Okay. Yeah, we haven't talked about AMC for a while. Starting to see the reversal. Listen, they came out with like this new popcorn initiative or something, this popcorn idea. So I think they're going to try to start retail selling AMC popcorn and things of that nature. So that could be a good avenue of approach for them. That's some extra money out there. I mean, everyone that goes to the movie theater, I love AMC popcorn. I love it. And, you know, and with some stellar movies and people going back, at these levels here, I don't know if we're ever going to see that short squeeze that everyone was expecting or whatnot. But I have shares. I've had shares of AMC back at $9 that I'm just holding, just waiting for a day that if it ever squeezes hard, and I was going to make some money off of. But other than that, yeah, you can make some money. We got 1, 2, 3 days up, and looks like we're still with some good RSI up, money flow up, MACD cross. Yeah, you can make some money on this. I wouldn't hold AMC over the weekend, but could be a gamble, especially if you go a little out of the money, a little cheap lotto play, may pay off for you. What would be your pick between AMD and NVIDIA? Well, those are different stocks. AMD and NVD. What's NVD? Is that Nvidia? NVD. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, okay. Those are the same stocks. Now, you guys already know when we look at AMD, right? We see what AMD is doing. AMD is a juggernaut. We're consolidating right now, trying to decide whether we're going up or not. Logistics, supply and demand, all that stuff comes into play on this one, right? NVD. See, when I hear NVD, I think nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. I'm a medic, y'all. But yeah, Nvidia, right? Same chart. Okay, we're deciding whether we're gonna go a little inside bar. The one I like better than both of these for growth is on. Oops. This is the one that I like. Okay, I like on. I think we're going to reach the 70 level. I like on. I like its chart better. I think this is a better play, a better bang for your buck because it hasn't ran as hard as Nvidia or it hasn't ran as hard as AMD. I think on is a better, more squeeze juice for your squeeze, if you will. So I like that one. And what was the other one? Square or PayPal? You guys already know I'm a PayPal fan, but man, PayPal's burnt me many times before. And I like this level down here. I think this is buy zone, man. I think this is buy zone. We got this gap over here. This is buy zone right here. And eventually we're already starting to see it curl. I like them. I want to see more reversal though before I start to buy in long on them, because I've been burnt so many times on PayPal. But this is bottom level, guys. I just can't see PayPal going any further down, especially with it being so ingrained in fintech. Now Square or Block, same thing, a little bit better chart looking than PayPal. It's on a little bit more of a jump. I'd like to see one more day closing, and then I would start to think about going long. But PayPal likes to like run a couple times, like it likes to run 1, 2, and then pull down third one. It likes to run 1, 2, pull the third down. We see it over and over and over again. Okay, so be cautious of that. But at this level, this one is definitely in a buy zone and for consideration. And out of the two, I like PayPal. I'm a PayPal customer, so I like PayPal. What are you thinking about puts for BAC? Yeah, we talked about BAC earlier. We'll go back to it. Yeah, I'm thinking it needs to make a decision. Okay, I think we go up here and test this line, but we see it all the time, right? After a big push, we consolidate, we push, and we come back down and consolidate again, right? We see it here, push, come back down, push, come back down. So nothing's new. Bank of America is predictable. We're going to push, probably test, and then come back down. And you know, if I were a betting man, I'd be looking at, you know, swinging some puts over the weekend and expecting probably a dump on Monday at the opening bell. PayPal, we just went over PayPal, but let's do it again just because I really got PayPal on the mind. I really want to get my money back on this one, man. I lost so much money here. This killed me, and I was so pissed. And I want revenge on PayPal. I want a trade that shoots to the moon on this one. Consolidating, seeing the signs of reversal. Look, we're down here. We're starting to get the cup. We need to cross, though. We need the MACD to cross. We need to close another day a little bit better than we've been closing. And then I'll be thinking full on reversal, and then I'll start to go long on PayPal. All right, guys, if there's no more tickers, man, we'll crank this out. I'm going to put this on YouTube. Thank you guys for everything you guys do, the loyalty, coming along with us on the journey. Check out the website, traderswarroom.com. Get yourself some knowledge, get a class, sign up for an upcoming class, whatever. Remember, at Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like a war zone. Stocks and sectors are our battles. We do it together as a team. AL, put your ticker in there, and as soon as I get done with my speech, I'll crank it out before we go. But always, always, always go to war. That's our motto. And if you guys want to rock it with us, then all I say to you is follow me. Let's go to war, and let's do forward real quick. Forward. All right, we're starting to see it. Remember, we had that gap there. We're starting to push back up to those levels, man. I like forward. I think once we hit that level and we close above that, we're going to shoot skyrocket. And I wouldn't be surprised if we start seriously pushing hard to the $24, $25 area. I like forward going forward. All right, guys, you've been great. Talk to y'all later.